what you want me to tell you what I think whole LA rap back? Gang. Oh, not even that. Gangs.
Politics.
Every good rapper in LA that was black, where they at? Dead, bro. Look at Nipsey. Nipsey was skyrocketing.
That's why I said
and they
gangs.
white bro out like nothing. Boom, done.
That's gangs and politics, bro.
Tell me this.
How many niggas sus know, bro? How many niggas we been in spaces with niggas and it could be a dope collab. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga, you at the height of your career, and this nigga, you at the height of your career. If y'all come together, y'all could make something great.
I was there for it, nigga. 2016, bro. And this should need a documentary because they always say the SoundCloud era. LA had its own SoundCloud era from 15, 16, 17, 18.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
I was a part of it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, man, sus, you feel me? Not to pat on the back, nigga got like, 23 million streams or like 30 million streams on Apple. You feel me? The same on Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. And that's mainly from that time frame. You feel me? I got some shit out of there like 2020, 21, but that's from the same time frame. And I was around for it. It was me, Draco, Frosty, Ralphie, and it was a couple other people too. You feel me? It was Think Team, us, and there was some other people.
Right.
For the most part, it was us. And I told Ralphie this the other day. If we as a whole had more unity, we all would have went farther, a lot farther. But politics came into play when you got Stink Team members from certain places, and then you got Snow for families.
Yeah,
he liked these niggas, but then they start getting into it with niggas, and now he can't fuck with them niggas no more. I start getting into it with Snow, and then you know what I'm saying. And then outside of all of that, certain people only want to fuck with the Stink Team because they feel like they fuck with the rolling card, and then certain niggas, it's literally all just separated from politics and gang banging and politics. And
that's a fact.
If niggas could just simply figure that shit out.
I ain't gonna lie. If every LA rapper right now, every LA rapper right now said, went to their hood or talked to him, even though this will never happen, but went to their hood and talked to him and was like, look, bro, fuck the politics. I'ma just make music. Nigga, we would probably be the biggest niggas in the world. Nigga, it's so many niggas in LA, nigga. Even fuck LA. Nigga, it's so many niggas in West Coast general. Nigga, Stockton.
California.
Nigga, look at the EBK niggas and all that. Like
the whole scene broke
they
up.
all them is like it's like so much beef that niggas can't even intertwine. Nigga, you think if
that's niggas.
Look
though,
at a nigga
bro.
like Mozzie. Take a nigga like
since we got out of slavery, nigga, we was good.
Yeah, like
right?
it's like niggas just gotta.
Went to shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if niggas, cause you take a nigga like I said, like a nigga like Peso. I don't know who his hood exactly beef with, but like if you take a nigga like Peso, bro, and you put him on the same song with, well, I know him and J-Bo don't beef, so I'm gonna just use them two niggas for examples. If you take a nigga like Peso and you take a nigga like J-Bo and they did a song, shit'll be viral. But if they beef, automatically they're not going to do a song together.
Bro, because
like the niggas 60s. Under them.
So look, you got Suspect, Zay, and a dude that go by Brandon. And that was their outlook and their opinions on why the LA rap scene haven't really flourished or is not flourishing in the way that they feel like it actually can be. Zay and Suspect pretty much blame gangs. Brandon pretty much says that it's because people are unaliving the artists. If you take all the artists that's from LA that did get unalived, that's very much of a small percentage based upon the other percentage of people that been calling themselves artists probably over a decade. Because most of the rappers that's in the Los Angeles space have been rapping, over a decade or close to a decade. I think a lot of people are looking at it like, you know what, I'm from Los Angeles, so the entitlement thing kind of kicks in. The LA rap scene has not been the wave for a long time. Like when they kind of like blaming the gang culture is pretty much the only thing that is keeping Los Angeles in the mix. Because the only thing people are actually reaching and grabbing from Los Angeles is the motherland of what created is, reaching in and being tapped in with the motherland of the Crippin' and the Don Moore. That's pretty much the only thing people are trying to really associate themselves with pertaining to Los Angeles. But as far as like really out here, like, oh, let me find someone to do a feature with. Let me find someone to break as the next artist. Let me get somebody to do this, that, and the third. Like no one is actually reaching out because some music talent. And that's just being real. This is why, like, a lot of these artists, we might feel like, okay, them dudes got a buzz or they got motion or, they hot right now. But financially they don't really get it. You know, it don't match. Like people are always getting more fame than fortune when it comes to Los Angeles. We can't even like put everybody in the same category because I feel like this. I rock with Draco. It's a lot of Ralphie that I like. I rock with some of that Frosty, and there's some songs that I like from Suspect. And the one song I heard with him and Zay was hard on there too. So I say that to say that when you do that math, how many of these artists be really consistent? How many of them are like switching up their styles, trying to keep up with the time change? How many of them is just still holding on to the same type of style in all reality? See, you get content with the winnings that you are getting, but can you actually level up? In my opinion, that's why Draco stood out how he did, because he knew how to level up. Even like, you know, no disrespect, but like with the fallout of Shoreline Mafia, OGZ was able to stand how he stood because he knew how to level up. Even if you go to Chicago, you know, Dirk and all them different groups and all those different hoods, they was all unified at one point. The split happened. Dirk and certain people was able to still prosper. Other people, you know, they was, you know, it wasn't the same at the same pace. I just feel like it's a difference. Like some people, they have the talent, they have the skill, they know how to just like carry a whole lot of weight to the table, bring themselves to the room and carry a lot of weight on who they are themselves. But then I feel like other people, they kind of need to align themselves more. We rocking with these people who ain't even needing all these different Gang Cat collabs. Like I rock with Young Threat. He from A. Trey Hoover. I am not bothered and I'm not looking like I need to see him on the track with Dodie Six or I need to see him on the track with X4. You know, whoever else. I'm not tripping on that. Or vice versa. Like I'm not tripping off that. You know, shout out to the dudes out the Rolling Hundreds and them. Like Uzi and all them dudes is rapping. I'm not looking at it like I need to see them on the track with Young Threat. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like, you know, as long as dudes is doing something that's catching my attention, I'ma tune in with it and I'ma rock with it. If it ain't gonna catch my attention, then I'ma bypass it. Just like anything else. But look what we do now. Like, we do a lot more mimicking, right? Like, look at Zay. Zay is sitting here with like a taper, like dread, dyed the tips of the hair. Like, look at his jury kit. Like, his whole style is not really scream Los Angeles. The fact that Zay look how he look is a point to what I'm trying to make on Los Angeles not having the wave. Because he's definitely influenced by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's really influenced by Los Angeles. So that shows that, like, you yourself, just because you from Los Angeles, you have to still see what you inspired by or what you interested in. Everybody is still interested in these same things that you interested in. People have the wave right now. We don't have nothing that matches the wave. This is why a person like Roddy Ricch is, when he was having that buzz, because he was able to kind of fit that wave, like that sound, like that, you know, like a Future mixed with like a Young Thug, young Lil Durk a little, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was able to ride wave, like he was able to fit that top tier of the wave of what was going on in hip hop to a certain degree. Look at Draco. Draco, he has a full-on style. You know, he's very impactful. Draco was out of here. He was definitely going to keep just leveling up and he was going to be out of here. Draco probably only was held back because he had to do his little bids and stuff like that in all reality. So I don't think we could throw Draco in there like he just wasn't going to make it. Like, Draco didn't really need to do all that unity like that. Now, was it beneficial? But actually, nah. Like, Draco said it on rants at times. Like, most people didn't even want to hear Draco on songs with other people. Look how successful Nipsey got. Look how successful Schoolboy Q is. Look how much TDE got. Crips, Bloods, all these things on the roster. And all that stuff works smoothly. But also, it's like, yeah, a lot of people, maybe if you like a cold type of LA hip-hop head, you would love to be like, man, let me see the Schoolboy Q and the Nipsey collab. But some things ain't gonna be that great as what you actually think it will be. The highlight of that, like the whole, you know, everybody trying to tune in is more so just because this is a dude from Hoover and a dude from 60s. You know what I'm saying? That's the highlight. But it shows in their success that you don't have to be just being cool with everybody or people from the other side to succeed. Some people they are gonna be destined to win. Some people gonna work harder than others. You know, sometimes people try to point out certain things as a roadblock when it don't even matter for them. You know, even like you got Zay and you got Suspect. In my opinion, I think neither one of them pushed gangs. So that means they held themselves back by not taking full advantage of not being from gangs. You know, however that go, you come from Los Angeles, y'all come from the land. Suspect, he done lived all around L.A. Zay come from Long Beach. Then they both be pushing like the same record label. They could have been easily crushing things from all those places, from L.A. down to Long Beach. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just doing what they do and staying consistent. Even like a person like Blueface, who have worked as hard as Blueface have worked when you seen his, like, remember he was out pulling up the schools, jumping on cars, like, even once he started getting signed and all that, it was like he still was staying consistent and he was still trying to stay in people's face. And of course he started pivoting off into being a media personality type, on camera type, whatever, like doing things and stuff. But that's where he at right now. Like, you know, it's like rap is only so, like, it's really just it's like a something that gets you in the door. But everything surrounding it is what carries the most weight, is what's gonna really get you the bread. And I ain't saying a lot of people ain't getting a lot of bread in their music, in their position. But a lot of positions, you know, is gonna be better for you to capitalize on everything that you can capitalize based upon people knowing who you are and all these things you can accomplish for because you are a rapper. But you know, it's not just about the rapping. And the realest thing to me on Los Angeles that people don't want to understand really and don't want to get it, but Los Angeles is one of the last places that still do not respect the rapper. You know? Like, Los Angeles do not respect the rap scene, and Los Angeles do not really have like a rap like scene. Like, yeah, you might have 1,000 people rapping and all that, and certain people mess with each other and certain people don't. But it's not really like a big old hip hop scene like that. Like, it's not 10, 15 music promoters. We don't have that. Like, it's not gonna be a couple of your local artists booked every weekend. It's not like we don't have like the local DJ radio. We don't have like so much keys is missing. Or as what would be like catering to like up and coming or underground or fairly new but really buzzing. Like, we don't really have no space in that. Look at No Jumper, biggest podcast out of LA and all this and that. But how much hip hop and music do they actually, you know, tend to? Community, back on Fig, how much hip hop and stuff like that do they actually, like, you know what I mean, really be dove into? It's more so like, you know, they just podcasting, performing, entertaining, covering topics, reacting to things, speaking on things. And if some come up pertaining to some artists or some rappers or an album or whatever, then sure, you know, it'll get discussed or spoke on. Or you might have a guest, you know, that's a rapper or whatever. But outside of that, it's not just so solely like it's a hip hop thing. Now, who knows where they're going to be tomorrow? It's like when you go other places, people respect the rappers or the rap crew or whatever, anything. Like, they respect that like a hustle, like they respect anything else that get money. People don't mind like running with the rapper or kind of like seeming like they behind the rapper or however it go, or under a rapper. It don't seem like people seem like they want to be producers, you know, executives, cameramen, directors, whatever. They want to fill shoes on anything that can be done to just take that rocket and take off. In Los Angeles, it's not going to happen. It's more so like the whole excitement and turn up and just being able to do things on a larger scale of representing where you come from or disrespecting people you don't like. So people will be a part of these movements as long as people is doing like what's considered like, you know, gang sliding type music. You would seem like, you know, it seem like they whole hood and everything could be behind them because it's going hand in hand with the gang. So people is like, you know, we gonna support something that's supporting us, or not even supporting us, but it got something to do with us based upon it's representing the gang. So of course it's like a theme, it's like an anthem, however it go. But outside of that, people ain't really tuning in or caring for people like real regular songs and things of that nature, trying to hear people whole albums, EPs, mixtapes. They rocking with certain things that just go hand in hand with the gang sliding. But that's not what's really getting the money. But if we don't have no place in Los Angeles to where it's a budget every weekend, 5,000 at least, getting kicked out to a couple artists or even one artist at a venue somewhere every weekend, and it's not going that route, then we got to look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is why all these people are flourishing in these certain regions and stuff like that, because they actually have a space to where people respect the rap scene in the hip hop scene. Look at all these people that's like they have to do other things. Joe Moses and them got the clothing thing. You know, AV, he always seeming to try to rekindle what he got going on, but it still seems like he only gets so far. YG is who he is. You know, he been in the game for a long time. Kendrick is a good example. You know, he been in the game for a long time now. And he's also one of a kind in a real way. People also have to be honest with what position you really supposed to be in life. Because just because you like rapping or you trying to rap don't mean you meant to be a rapper. And that's also, look how Suspect is getting way more notoriety and everybody kind of know who he is more so today from No Jumper and him being a podcaster than people were actually knowing from the rap stuff. A person like AD, he get a lot of notoriety, he get a lot more respect attached to his name. Look at DW Flame. He converted. He was trying to do the podcast thing. He done already converted and doing what most people are needing to do anyway. And he's just being DW Flame and trying to brand himself all around the board. He up at Wild 'N Out. He on No Jumper. You know, he rapping. He, you know, doing everything he can kind of do. I think he done kind of became an Instagrammer now. It's like, in my opinion, in Los Angeles, it's really more so based upon the content creating game, the podcast game, YouTuber game, Instagrammer game, TikToker game, maybe even the fashion game. But I think that's really the lane right now in Los Angeles, the fashion, in the whole media personality space. That's just really what's going on. No one's really breaking albums no more. People ain't doing the gang of reacting to some albums and doing music reviews, and everybody not talking about the album all week, all month. Like, no one's doing that no more. People is more into like some reality of just real people, personal lives. People liking to see them do good in reality forms or fail in real forms. Like, this is where we at with life. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Keep it a Benji for me in the comments, and I'm gonna get back with y'all in the next video.